A lot of ADHDers talk about relationships and difficulties, and there's a lot of stuff going on there about the problems it can cause. But one thing a lot of people do talk about, and I know I've experienced, is the feeling of you fall in love too fast or easily, or a bit obsessive about it, almost like you become a stage 5 clinger, or you love bombing them. And I remember when my wife and I were dating, and it's a long time ago now, but I remember it wouldn't have been many dates in really. We're getting along really well, we've been talking for a while, but I remember dropping the L-bomb on her after a date one night. I remember still now walking up past the parents' house, and we're out the front there, and I said I love you, and I remember her shock, and she sort of awkwardly, I love you too. She just said out of politeness and shock, and I was almost a bit shocked that it happened. But I was wondering what the go with this is, and I thought there'd be a bit of dopamine involved, and yes, they say that obviously when you're falling in love or you're infatuated with someone, dopamine's released. So being deficient in that, ADHDs are going to probably try and self-medicate with relationships and love. I mean, there's many other things happening, but they say oxytocin's released a lot more, and this is the love chemical, the love drug. Makes you feel content and makes you feel connected, more satisfied with that person. Apparently cortisol is released into your body a lot more, a stress hormone, and that's what gives you that fight or flight feeling, the sweaty palms, the anxiousness, the nervousness, the jitteriness. So I guess they're almost like butterflies in the stomach when you're around that person. And unfortunately, when cortisol goes up, serotonin goes down, and they say they've done plenty of studies where they have found lowered serotonin can sort of lead to obsessive compulsive behaviours, and apparently people with diagnosed obsessive compulsive disorders may have lowered serotonin levels. And on top of all this, when you were falling in love, the part of your brain that actually is a bit more judgier, looking at the bad stuff, looking for bad things in others and whatnot, gets disabled. So, and that's where the whole thing of love is blind comes from. It's not that you're stupid or naive, it's just that you can't actually see those red flags that others can. So I suppose it's just really important to be mindful about what we're doing when we're going into the dating market, if you are, or if you've got kids who are. Because I suppose if you're not being really aware of your own boundaries and what you're looking for, and you aren't strong in what you will and won't accept, then all these other things could be really, really dangerous and lead you down the path of some really toxic relationships that would lead to a lot more problems, obviously. Yeah. Hope that made sense.